Hey guys, it's your girl Tower Crush back with another review, and this time it is for Love Island USA. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. At the bottom, hit my subscribe button at the bottom. Thank you. Okay, so I got to get right into this review. Oh my goodness. Who saw that coming? Who out there saw it coming and didn't tell me? Okay, so let me get right into this. Now, y'all know I'm traveling. I am home. I fed my grandson once already. And yeah, I don't have any of my equipment, so I'm on a selfie stick right now. Yeah, so bear with me. So so here we go. Okay, so I thought it was cute. They did a little family meetings. And, I guess whatever little reservations I had with Timmy and Zeta was kind of resolved today, because I could tell that they both have genuine feelings for one another. And I could see that through their people. And it also helps for your people to actually support you in your relationship, and both sides support them. I mean, how can you not? They are like the cutest. I'll call them Zimmy. I don't want to say Tita. So yeah, I do like them. And y'all know they are my favorite couple, period. And so I thought that their meeting was very good. I felt like Nadjha and Jeff's was accurate, because Nadjha definitely did pick somebody at Casa Amor, and Jeff didn't. Jeff came back by himself. He pretty much slept by himself the entire time he was gone, so he was definitely all Nadjha, right? So Dad saying she was wishy-washy was very accurate. But, I really feel like she was coming around and really, really liking Jeff. So, I ain't got no problems with Nadjha right now. So it's all good with me. But I understood, right? So then we saw Deb and Jesse, which was cute. They were actually the first ones, but, they were cute. I think his people were definitely into Deb. I feel like her people were definitely into him. I'm just not so sure that they're into each other. Her telling him no to being his girlfriend was devastating to him. Now, I'm kind of starting to see him, well, that comment about he'll suck his own cock is not going anywhere, is it? It's not going anywhere, so I can't get past that. But it seems like his upbringing and, his mother and grandmother definitely had a large sum to do with his upbringing and how he treats women. So maybe that's why, he's more so on the lines of marriage type sex. But I don't think Debbie's going to be able to go for that. But her people's really like him, and I thought that was good. So I thought that was very good. They had support on both sides. I think it was his mother that kind of put him up when he let them know that he asked Debbie to be his girl, and they was all excited. And then he had to tell them that she said no. And you get past it, but his mother said, "You are everything, so I need you to keep your head up through everything." I said, "That's right, Mama. You better let him know. You better let him know." And then, let's see, Isaiah and Sydney were very good. Their meeting was very good and genuine. And I kind of look at him a little bit different. Just a little bit. And I don't know if it's because parents was right there in front of them. But he looked very sincere this episode. If I had to say so myself, I would say he looked extremely sincere. So I'm definitely more so team Isaiah now than I was before. And team them. Just team them, period. Sidzaya. Is that what you could call him? Sidzaya. So I don't know. I definitely like them. Phoebe and Chad. And that was kind of blah, honestly. They pretty much complimented each other on how good each other's family looked. Yay. So that was the end of the little, family meetings, and I think it brought a couple of the couples closer together, especially Sydney. Sydney was kind of dreading that meeting and got through it pretty good, didn't she? Okay, so let's get on to this evening. Everybody got dressed as usual. They come out as couples, and you know, of course, they get a text, and they got to meet by the fire pit. So it's time to eliminate this last couple. And unfortunately, we had nothing to do with it as America. Only the couples got to decide who was staying, who was going. So they had the couple separate from everybody else, and basically say who it was that they felt like needed to be dumped from the island. So you had Chad and Phoebe, as well as Jeff and Nadjha, saying Deb and Jesse. And then you had Deb and Jesse and Timmy and Zeta saying Phoebe and Chad. And so there was one tiebreaker, and that was, Isaiah and Sydney, and they also elected to send home Phoebe and Chad. So finally, they are out of our hair. Phoebe, bye. Bye, Phoebe, bye. Bye, 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 bye. But that's not where the drama started. Apparently, Jeff kind of knew how the vote was going to go, and he felt like Deb and Jesse needed to go home because he tried to make her his girlfriend, and she said no. And he felt like that was a step backwards, and really Chad and Phoebe haven't had any steps backward, and he just felt like, they should have voted out Deb and Jesse. And I kind of get that point, but you can't expect for them to vote out Deb and Jesse, and they've all been in the house together. Call it buddy, call it loyalty, or call it just they fell into a couple, the last coupling, and we're not going to send them through to the final four. Whatever the case, they didn't have time to consult with each other before they made their votes. So it is what it is. But Jeff wasn't having it, He started calling them buddy, on some buddy stuff and all this and all that. Nadja's like, Jeff, stop. And he's like, nah, getting louder and louder, meathead. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely wants to, beat his chest that, he feels like that it's messed up that they let Deb and Jesse stay in, but, gonna send them home when they haven't really had a chance. So what? It ain't but a day or two left. What time is not on their side. So I definitely saw his point, but I saw the other's point a little bit more. So he was out of line, in my opinion, because it's not your decision to decide who's actually gonna, you can't decide for everybody. And so when he started bucking, at the end of it, when they told Phoebe and Chad that they had to go, he started bucking at Timmy. Like, Timmy is not no sucker, honey. He's not no sandwich away from a dad bod. Timmy works out on a consistent basis. We've been watching Timmy work out since he came in the house. And he doesn't let anything stop him from working out. So I know for a fact he can handle you. You a whole lot of talk anyway. With all that belly. Boy, sit down somewhere. Don't you ever get in Timmy's face like that again. Don't you ever. So, of course, Nadjha is very, very upset and embarrassed by Jeff's behavior, as she should be. And so when Jeff walks off, she goes up and she's, apologizing to everybody, and she apologizes to Timmy too. I guess she touched his shoulder because he was looking a different way and told him that she was sorry. Zeta's there, Isaiah, Sydney is right there. All these couples are right there. Jeff comes out from wherever hole he crawled into to see her telling Timmy sorry, and then says, F Nadjha, man, for real, bro. She gonna console him and not me. And I was like, how you need consoling when you the one that instigated everything? She's trying to put out your fire. She's trying to put out your fire. What? Like, you went through all of this to get this girl, and just to really embarrass her like that. Like, you cannot expect for anybody to vote for you after you behave that way. And that is exactly why Nadjha said, because she knew she wasn't going to win. And what is one more day's pay? Wasn't worth it to her. So that's why she said, forget all that and I'm out of here. And I'm not mad at her. She had every right to do that. Because Jeff, you lost your doggone mind. And so he didn't think, after they split apart, she didn't even hear everything that he said. She didn't even hear him say F Nadjha, bro. She didn't even hear that. Because all she saw was that he looked at her very meanly. And then we find out that he's been nitpicking her from the beginning, asking her about her connections with other guys in the house when we know she wanted to be with Isaiah, but she's not the type of lady that's going to let some dude just put her to the side and just wait for him to decide that he wants to be with her. So she let that go. And I think that she was a little more sincere than others feel like for her feelings for Jeff. But I feel like she knew he was a controlling son of a bee. And that's why he never had a girlfriend, because you don't trust women. You don't trust women. You don't trust women. And that is something that you're going to have to deal with on your own. So I just really feel like he's got a lot of soul searching to do, and he's definitely got to get his head together, because you cannot treat no woman like that. Now, she might have been your one, but you definitely wasn't hers. It's going to take a lot of growing and a lot of maturing for you, Jeff. And I didn't see that out of you. I actually thought you was a good catch. That being said, Nadjha decided she wanted to go home, and Jeff decided he wanted to go home because he couldn't be in her by himself. I mean, they literally had a ticket to the finale, but threw it away because Nadjha knew they weren't about to win. America's not about to vote for you, and you done bucked up on Timmy. That is not going to happen. We love Timmy. We love Timmy. You can't do that to Timmy. So yeah, she did what she should. And now it's just down to Zeta and Timmy, Isaiah and Sydney, and Deb and Jesse. And I pretty much know Deb and Jesse are not going to win. Y'all know they're not going to win. It's really going to be between Timmy and Zeta. But and Isaiah and Sydney. But I'm going to say Timmy and Zeta. That's my prediction. But I don't know. Who knows? Sydney went through so much. I wouldn't be mad if they won. She went through so much on this show. So, yeah, we'll see Sunday how it all comes out. I'm excited. This will be my first Love Island finale ever. So, yeah. That was the episode. So I'm going to cut the review right there. Again, this is very, very uncomfortable for me because I am not home and I am holding a selfie stick and my arm is tired. So if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you. And if you don't want to subscribe, you know what? You tuned in. So you are appreciated just as much. But not as much as you would be if you subscribed and had tuned in. Them are the most appreciated, okay? Okay. And that is my $5.02. Peace.